Welcome, everybody, to Just the News. Of course, I'm your host of the most streaming Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the Ho. Name Joe, Booty Boy Booty, and, of course, notice the hat, Vincent Guthrie.
What's up, losers?
Nice, yes. Vincent, of course, is grandstanding because he won last week.
I can't imagine a time where Vincent didn't have the hat on.
Yeah,
Never seen those times.
Never seen.
Those times don't exist.
We used to pray for times like this. Vincent, yes, up to 3 points now. Congrats. You're beating the totally cooked allegations.
Honestly, not that far behind Joe.
No. You're a perfect week away from being tied with Joe.
'Cause I am as far behind Joe as he is behind you. So
That's true. But I have a monster.
But
lead
Truman
on Joe.
Cook, yeah.
You know what? It's not getting out of hand yet. But welcome everybody in.
Will we take measures if it does start to get out of hand?
No, I doubt it.
So at the end of the year, Truman has like 40 wins.
Yeah,
then we're both in like the 20s.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. If you keep on being little baby bag bitches who can't win any week, I'll throw you a bone every now and again. Don't worry. You'll see. There's a couple throw you a bone questions in here. Don't worry.
Okay.
But welcome to Just the News.
he's gonna stop getting points for question 2.
Just the News.
I'm over it.
on Cinco de Mayo. We appreciate you for being here. Make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing on YouTube. Comment what you
Do to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, comment what you do for Cinco de Mayo.
Comment what you think Cinco de Mayo is.
When I throw mayonnaise.
Comment
into
what
the
day you
pond.
think it is. That's a question. That's a little question for the. I'll ask a weird news question every week for the comment section. This week is what does Cinco de Mayo stand for?
And we like to throw a little party every year on the day before Cinco de Mayo. We call it Cinco de Cuatro.
That's a hint. Welcome everybody in. Also make sure that you are subscribed on the Patreon if you want to help support us. Patreon.com/HelpDisaster. Shout out Aaron, Joe, Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy, and Mailbox Kansas City now open in the Iron District. They're open right now. Go get them. Go get Mal Monsters.
Go get
do
them,
the full
Tiger.
thing.
Or cones or shakes.
Or cups. Yes. But welcome to Just the News, a show where we ask the hard news questions, the weird news questions, and
The hard, weird news.
we try to
question.
guess what is happening in these weird news questions. You see Vincent is wearing a hat, which means that Vincent actually won last week. You say, Truman, how does somebody win at Just the News?
Yeah, how do you win at news?
That's a good question. So we're going to bring up 4 weird news questions. We're going to ask a question about each one. The first one, we AI generate an image, and there will be 4 answers. You have to guess what headline that is referencing. The AI generated image is referencing. The second one will be a closest to the number one.
Now he's done it.
You're never allowed to win again if you lost the hat. The second one is the closest to the number one. Whoever gets closest to the number gets a point. The third one will just be a classic multiple choice question. Again, whoever gets correct gets a point. And the last one is a Wheel of Fortune / Hangman style question where whoever gets it right gets 2. And you might say, Truman, that's only ways for them to get it. You say, how do you get points? Well, I get points because I have to write the questions, so I know the answers. So they each get 2 shots at the answer, essentially. And if they, one, can't get either the multi-choice, either the AI-generated or the normal multi-choice one, if they don't get that one correct, I get a point for that. I get a point for each one of those. And then also, if they aren't within 20% of the number on closest to the number, they don't. I get a point instead of them getting a point. And for the last one, they get to miss 6 letters in the Hangman style, Wheel of Fortune style game. If they don't get that, then I get the 2 points. And you say, Truman, that feels like a way for there to be ties. Well, great news. Our tiebreaker is, however, we all did on the Wordle today. So we always do the Wordle before the show. Sometimes somebody has forgotten to do the Wordle, and you'll have to do it in the middle of the show. But whoever has the best Wordle score of the day has to go.
I was going to say, I forgot. I think it's better content to wait to do it.
Probably.
So on Mondays, I'm going to stop doing it.
You're going to be designated Wordle survivor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
all
or
right.
we could all stop, We could all do it on the show.
Ooh, a little head-to-head Wordle
Yeah,
situation?
to the point that, like, it actually matters.
Oh, like you, because
Like-
we wouldn't be able to do it on stream. But like,
No,
you
yeah,
each,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
on your
Well,
phone.
yeah, like we wouldn't be able to show it there, but like, oh, Joe and Truman tied. Now
Yeah.
we bust out and do the Wordles, and then it actually matters, Instead of just like a Oh, I failed today, so I know that it's not me.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right. Question A, guys. Question 1. What? Question A. Bing created this image based on what headline?
Woodpeckers cause $400,000 worth of car damage in local neighborhood.
Fair enough. Joe?
Bird nest caused the crash.
Bird nest cause crash. Great questions. Here we go. Your options are A, wrens are leading cause of crashes in Rhode Island this year. B, a woodpecker has invaded a Massachusetts neighborhood and keeps breaking mirrors. C, thousands of robins have invaded and are slamming into windows in Vermont. Doves are causing car insurance coverage fees in Delaware to skyrocket.
So it's definitely a woodpecker there.
Damn, I like A and B though. Yeah, but there's another bird in the top right.
Which looks more like a dove. None of these are a wren or a robin.
Correct.
But I feel like I've heard something about fucking Vermont getting a bunch of dumbass
I guess
birds,
there's more birds up top.
which are still not wrens. They're more of just the bird on the
Yeah.
top right,
Yeah.
which
more just-
looks more dove-like of any of the three.
Yeah.
And that being said, I'm thinking B.
You're thinking B, you're going to woodpeckers invaded Massachusetts neighborhood and keeps breaking mirrors. Joe?
Not C. I agree that it's not a wren, but it could get something wrong. There's a lot of cars and wrecks, so it's definitely something related to that. I'm going D.
You're going D?
Yeah.
Doves are causing car insurance coverage fees in Delaware to
Yep.
skyrocket. Vincent. Doing his best to keep the hat on.
Let's go.
Vincent does
Damn.
get this one right. It is specifically one huge woodpecker.
He's just fucking big, an absolute unit.
Yeah, I did generate this thing like 3. Look at this. That is a fucking big ass woodpecker.
I feel like that's normal size.
No, that's huge.
That's about the size of my
Oh,
pecker.
that's huge. Yeah. Hopefully.
Definitely an average size woodpecker right there.
Yeah. Well, we'll play the video. Man, it is 2 minutes long.
You want to turn off the sound for?
I mute this tab. Don't worry about it.
Okay. You're
Yeah,
sure
sure.
it doesn't show it at the top?
Yeah, but it would show if it was making noise.
Okay.
We'd also hear it. But yeah.
He looks so sad.
You saw it there. There it is. Huge ass woodpecker. It's in Rockport, Massachusetts. It's basically as it sounds. Oh, hold on.
I was like, the different bird thing did kind of fuck you because I literally called it from the picture. Like, that's a woodpecker.
Yeah, I
was in that
started
boat too,
writing
and
it
then
like that, and I
I
stuck
fell
with
into
it.
the double up paradox or
Yeah.
fallacy that we have. I'm like, nah.
Yep.
Because if we double up, because like we both want points, but also like we don't want Truman to get points.
Yeah.
Like Truman losing is more important than us winning. You guys don't understand.
See, the other
Which
thing
is funny because you'd think that'd mean that I'd have less points, but
you see,
I have more.
the other thing, Vincent, is that we need to
Weird.
start, or like there is a shift since we started this format in how good the in how good the AI generated pictures are.
This is
At
true.
the beginning, it was just like mumbled garbage.
Yeah.
And now, like Truman said, he had to run this multiple times trying to get it something that was a little obscure instead of a woodpecker just pecking at mirrors.
That's fair. So unfortunately, Vincent does get a point here. Honestly, there's just nothing.
They hate to see you win.
Yeah, this bird has broken more than 24 mirrors and at least one vehicle's side window. The residents are taking the violence in stride. Everybody's having a good laugh about it.
Yeah, I'll say, have they named him?
I thought that was the name for it.
Favolaro.
No, I think that was one of the
It
people.
looks like they're just like, no, it's the fucking big ass woodpecker. All right, okay,
I mean-
AD, don't worry, being a little dramatic. Let's see, enormous size. They're the pelited.
Good luck, woodpecker, my queen. Woodpeckers got to do what woodpeckers do. Good luck, woodpecker.
She's like, go get him. Fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Yeah, shout out Barbara Smith. The small town of Rockport that I live in is one of the safest communities around. I think this is probably one of the biggest crimes in years. It's kind of funny, but it's nice as well. Well, white people love a little bit of crime, just as
Just spice
fun
things
little-
up.
A fun little romp of bird crime.
sounds like new territory.
Yeah, it sounds like bird law. Need Charlie Day in here. All right, so Vincent, you're on the board. 1 point. Joe, 0 points. Me, 0 points. Sad.
Damn it.
Vincent's favorite question.
Fuck
A
you.
truck carrying rolls of dimes crashed on a Texas
Oh.
highway this week. How much were the dimes worth? How were the dimes worth? How much were the dimes worth? And I give you a
thousands of
hint.
dollars.
You
Thousands
did
of
throw
dollars.
us a bone.
Yeah, I threw you a bone. In thousands of dollars.
You
how
see,
much
he
are
would
they-
have been the tough way to be like, how many rolls?
That would have been fun.
So that being said, give me.
Crap! Now I have to make sure I convert my answer right because I want to say $1 million, but that would be 1,000.
I think
thousands
that's.
of
I think the
dollars.
hint is saying, "Hey, it's in the thousands, it's not in millions." I think that's why he's throwing us a bone here.
It's not
Or
necessarily
or he's fucking us because he gets to write the goddamn questions.
Yes,
I hate this man.
because a normal roll of dimes.
Just, if that's the case, just make it in dollars. I thought
That's
thousands
no
was like
fun. You
You'd
heard
like
him
that,
talk
wouldn't
about
you?
the last one.
I hate this man.
Because a roll of dimes is what?
Like I revoke Truman's right to get points on the second question.
250.
Nope, can't move for it.
I think a roll of dimes is 250.
You don't have the votes.
and probably weighs
Yes, it is 250. It's $25.
quarter to a third of a pound. Call it 4 ounces.
$25 worth of dimes. There's one roll of dimes.
What? No, $2.50. $2.50. A roll of quarters is $10.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Legit, I haven't, had
See,
rolls of
here's-
dimes in a hot minute.
Here's me trying to do the stupid math in my head because I'm like, okay, a roll of dimes is about 250. A roll of dimes is probably also about 4 ounces. A semi is limited to a max weight total of 80,000 pounds. The truck and the trailer are typically somewhere in the like 15 to 20-ish range. So 60,000 pounds of dimes, what does that look like divided by
4 ounces.
approximately a quarter of a pound per
That's divided by-
250?
Yeah, Joe, I'm willing to let you do this however you want to do this.
I got you.
Listen,
So we're saying 60,000 is our.
I'll even let you Google how heavy is how heavy
roll
is a
of
dime.
dimes.
How many dimes to an ounce of dimes?
No, but we got this. We're
I was like, honestly, all I'm gonna pull out is my calculator.
I would
here. Calculator here. So I'm
yeah.
calling.
My only concern would be you
So-
accidentally stumbling upon the weird.
I'm
news.
calling
240,000.
60,000 pounds divided by a quarter of a
You
pound.
could just do times 4, asshole.
Yeah, maybe I wanted to do it that way. And then if each one of those is worth 250, I don't know. I'm gonna call it a good rounding error and go $750,000.
$750,000 worth of dimes.
I don't think we're having max capacity dimes here. So give me like.
Could also be wrong on that weight.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. give me flat 500,000.
Okay, so Vincent wants 500,000 and thousands of dollars.
Shut the fuck
that's
up.
$500 million worth of dimes. Joe, you wanted
A total of
$750 million worth of dimes. You wanted 750,000 thousands of dollars. So, Joe is the closest.
Was it a cool mill?
No, because it's gonna be like fucking 4 million or some shit.
No, it's $800,000.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Vincent, you started to overthink.
And I'm within 20%.
Yes, yes.
No, I absolutely thought it right.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart, Joe, because you were no. Why did you think it right?
Because it wasn't in the millions. That's
Yeah, I
why
know.
you said thousands.
I know, but then you started to overthink it, or one of you started to overthink it. You're like, wait, well, it could be a million. He could be fucking us. You yelled, he could be fucking us, and I just wanted you to know that I wasn't fucking you, but I might fuck you in the future, just so you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe just is because you said 600,000,
Yeah.
or you said 750. Oh, you said 750, didn't you?
Yeah, he said 750.
My math, which
Yeah.
I'm sure is wrong somewhere, said 600,000, and so I just said 750.
Yeah.
So that was the heartbreaking part. Is that 600,000? I had you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
640 would have been 80%.
Yeah, and then I knew that, and then he went rounding error 750, and in my head I'm like,
Damn.
because when you said 1 mil, I was like, I'm safe there, because it's 96,000 on the other side, and then you said 600, I'm like safe there, and then you went 750, I'm like motherfucking bitch, dude, right into it. Yeah, millions of dimes. Specifically 8 million dimes at least spilled onto the Texas highway.
That is how it works.
After-
I don't know why I was about to do the math. You just multiply that shit by 10.
See,
After a tractor-
I at some point saw at least this headline of like that there was a wreck somewhere and were cleaning up and it was just money, like it was just coins.
Yeah, I think there's
So
a
this is just
yeah. I
the
mean,
actual
there's the
details.
fucking video of it. You can see the photo. They're just sweeping up dimes, vacuuming up dimes.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Oh, dude, that sucks. Yeah, you have a bad day at work. Yeah, how bad of a day did you have at work? Did you spill $800,000 worth of dimes on the side of the highway?
But you
That
know,
went down a
Truman,
hill.
stories like this, they're a dime a dozen.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. But yeah, there you go. $800,000 worth of dimes for Joe. Great job.
Here's my question.
No questions. Stop.
Well,
Shut the
no.
fuck up,
Stop
bitch.
asking.
No, this is just a thought experiment. Like the government, do you think they sat there and were like,
Yo,
no,
man.
I want every single one of those damn dimes accounted for?
Yeah, that's a
Or do you think there's some more where they're just like
like
much like how stores at the mall account for just things getting lost in heavy air quotes?
right.
What do they actually call that? What's the actual word?
Theft?
No.
No, there's some like corporate marketing word. That it basically means like people stealing shit.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
But
I do know
it's
what
like
you mean.
lost
I know
merchandise
I
or
know the
something.
term.
Yeah.
Why is my brain not working?
But I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be some amount of like
I
listen.
want you to dig up the top foot of
Right.
soil from the from the surrounding area. Make sure we get every single one of those dimes.
I'm sure they're there for a bit. Looking for the dimes, but
Because
So
isn't that technically at Walmart the greeter position is also known as like the whatever agent or something like that? And
theft prevention agent? No.
Theft prevention.
Loss prevention is what that's called.
loss prevention might be what it is.
Yep.
Yep.
So there you go. Truckload carrying full rolls of dimes. There you go. Great job, Joe. 1 point for Joe. 1 point for Vincent.
Yay!
0 points for me.
This is the first time in however that we actually got that question.
Yeah, it has been a bit.
How long has it been since we did that?
Look, I give you a little hint. I made it baby doo-doo easy for you. And look, you've each got the first 2 questions. Great job. Glad I could dumb it down for you.
Sure.
I hope this man never wins again.
Too far. Backcountry runners have begun embracing the physical and emotional challenge of what?
Jorkin de Pintus.
I will say, this will be Well, no. You'll see it. Never mind. Sorry, I thought I had worded this question weirdly.
Physical
But
and
no, I got it.
emotional challenge. Of
Jorkin
what?
de penis.
Yep.
JD Vance. Jorkin de penis Vance.
Yeah.
Joe.
Just to kill the Pope Vance.
I don't know. Stopping to have sex. I don't know. Somewhere.
Stopping to have sex. Of course. Your options are A. Running with a burro.
Which is donkey.
Burro. What?
Which is donkey.
Sure. Running after injecting Ozempic.
That's insane.
C, running while on the phone with their parents. Or D, running exactly 2 weeks after having a child.
Oh gosh.
The CD split on this one.
I'm locking in D on this one. My God.
All right, give me C.
You're going C?
Yep.
Wrong. Both of you wrong. Why the fuck would I ever mention a burro? Why would I have thought of a burro? No, it is
Because you're trying to make up answers for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. But no, it was actually no. They've been running with burros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, burro racing. Yep. Backcountry runners are embracing the physical and emotional challenge of racing with pack burros that don't always move at their pace.
Yep.
The burro race honors the Old West history and hinge on a delicate partnership between runner and beast of burden. Burros, a Spanish-derived word for donkeys, and their wild cousins must carry a saddle, pick, pan, and shovel in homage to the bygone era and the mythical sprint by miners to land claims office with their pack animal. So there you go. Some 70 teams tested their skills Saturday in a race winding through the historic topaz mining town of Cerrillos in northern New Mexico. Turquoise mining town. That's a little joke for Joe. Runners led burros by rope on a 6-mile and 3-mile courses on unpaved roads and single-track desert
It's
trails.
actually topaz.
Yes, that was the joke.
Yes, that is the joke.
All right. But yeah, there you go.
It's really fun when they poop on themselves.
Burros?
Mm-hmm. When I went to Philmont, which is down in New Mexico, there was a staff camp that had where it was burro racing, and they had a couple of donkeys, and the entire thing was that your group would get a donkey, and another group would get a donkey. You'd have to run them down around a log and back.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that we got apparently ate something, and it just diarrheaed all over itself, and we're like, stay in front of the donkey.
Who amongst us hasn't diarrheaed all over ourselves? To be honest.
I don't think he gets to keep
I,
the hat.
I genuinely never have.
No, me neither. Vincent, good news. It is
at
time
least-
for you to take off the hat, as we are all tied at one question, so none of us will have to wear the dunce hat. We will keep it secret for another week.
Yes, the
About
dunce
what-
hat that exists
Oh,
over
yeah.
here off screen.
Ooh.
Ooh,
You're off screen, yes.
Yes.
But
But do we want to go ahead and share Wordle scores then?
yeah, I was
since it
about to
doesn't
say
fucking
because
matter?
now we will all be tied at one, no matter what. So
I
there is no tiebreakers. for me.
fucking. Well, I had a heartbreaker. Tried to get a little walkie with it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess the slush. Heartbreaker.
Oh.
Because the word was shush today.
Mm-hmm.
So I fucking. But I believe mine was 5. Either
Yes.
4 or 5.
I also got it in 5.
5,
And I
5.
see you got it in 3.
Smell like bitch in here. I did get it in 3. Yeah.
Damn.
I wonder if it does it let me see.
Yeah,
No,
the
it just tells me
shush
3
is
guesses.
crazy. My route was crazy. I was like,
Dude, yesterday I was mad at Trout. Yesterday.
That shit was easy.
No, I didn't get it.
Yeah, just don't
oh
get
yeah,
it
I
in the
did
blender.
see you missed that. I was like, what?
Yeah, I penis touched gaming. I started off with the T, so I avoided the grout. What do you? So Owen had 2 misses of route. So grout one of them. What the fuck is the other one that's not trout? Like I don't know how he had 2 misses before trout. Arise, ghost, shush. Oh,
Okay,
you got
so,
the
so
H.
so you just randomly guessed that it was a double.
Yeah, that H being there and that S being there, and then I'd also knocked out all the other vowels. So I was like, okay, so it's probably HUS, and then I was like, I think it has to be an H on the other one, and then I'm like, I was like, really, the only thing else that can go SHUH.
Honestly,
SH was.
I pulled slush from the ether.
I could have I couldn't have put slushed up because I got the H in the right spot.
I
the
was-
H in the right spot made it
Yeah,
tough to do.
I was so far off.
Because mine was like, I sat there and I was like, how is this a blender that can exist? Like S blank U blank blank. I'm like, what the hell?
Saucy is a good word that I would not think of very
Yeah.
often.
See, the part that I dislike at this point that I don't pay for the Wordle or the New York Times games is I think at one point the Wordle bot like just popped up and it let me read it without paying for it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
And so it's like
yeah,
it essentially will sit there and coach you where it says, oh, here's the words or here's the letters that you got. Here's what I would have guessed. You know, it has whatever algorithm that ranks them based on the letters, you know, common letters that it uses and what blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that'd be kind of nice to know. Like, what should I have looked for more going on? But
now you got to buy New York
Alas.
Times gaming.
no.
There you go.
AHS.
But here's
What's AHS?
damn. What polling day snack has become Australia's election symbol?
Vegemite toasty.
Vegemite toasty. No. Joe?
Saltines crackers.
Saltines crackers. No. Vincent, a letter. Time.
You're about to say the sickest V of all time. No.
What?
V off rip would be crazy. It's too long for Vegemite. Unless VIG.
The top one could be Vegemites.
Vegemites. Give me
Vegemites.
yeah, fuck yeah. I'm a R.L. Stein your ass. Fucking give me an L.
An L?
Yeah.
Not an R?
Fucking L.
Yeah, I don't know. I meant to say S, but if there's an L, I'm a god.
Oh, no L.
Yeah. I meant to say my brain actually just short circuited. I meant to say
I'm
S.
gonna R.L. Stein you elf.
I mean, it is
It's in there, but
It's
yeah,
in there,
just-
yeah, you got it.
not where I would have started.
Vincent, another guess? Or
no,
you just
I'm
wanna
chill.
move
Yeah.
on? Joe?
I'll take the E.
The E for Joe.
As Truman is now very careful to not roll over all of the rest of the letters and give us clues.
Vegemites.
Nope, there's no second E.
There is 2
True.
E's, but I think that
No,
is it.
but there's no
I was thinking through it. No.
2
yes,
E's for
yeah.
Vegemite.
No, sorry, no, it's not Vegemite.
No, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
He said Vegemite. I was like, oh, there's not a second E.
There's like 3 E's for Vegemite.
I've got nothing.
Vegemite? There's a Vegemite?
It's veggie.
Yeah, it could be veggie. He's
I
right.
believe it's
That would be
VG.
3.
Yeah. Okay.
We have the technology.
Either way, there's an E at the end for sure.
Do you have a guess?
I do not have a guess.
No guess for Joe. Vincent.
A.
Yep, there's an A.
Oh, good, there is an A.
3 A's.
A lot of
in fact.
A's.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, and an Owen.
And an Owen.
And a
Okay.
bitch.
Got him. So an
What do
A.
you know about Australian snack food? You have any thoughts on this? You don't tell us the answer. Just like if you know it or not.
Yeah, just play alongside like you're in the chat, Owen.
You don't know this. Okay.
Owen Dom, everybody. Off screen. Very nice.
But yeah, I got nothing.
Fair. Okay. Joe?
We haven't gone R. I'll go R.
An R.
I'll actually hit the R.
An R for Joe. Boom.
Oh, there's at least one.
There is only one.
There is only one. Damn it.
Classic. Joe? I guess?
Got nothing.
All right. Vincent?
Do we think there's more vowels?
I think there has to be in the top word. I'm trying to sit here in my head and see how there could be all the. I think the bottom word. I think we're voweled out there.
Fair.
Because for some reason, and this might be too much, but what my head has landed on for the second word is cabbage.
I also literally just got there.
we were both sitting there. I was like, I had baggage. I was like, that's not food. Oh, cabbage.
I mean, fuck it, B.
You want a B?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a B. No.
That's heartbreaking.
That's
I'm
tough.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I mean,
also thought it
we were
before you
both
said
there,
it.
but just like,
Yeah.
I knew I
Damn.
had a free one. Once you guys said that, I was like, nice.
Nice. Which means there's probably not a C or a G either. Write that down. Write that down.
well, we're still RL Steining it. We're still not there yet.
Vincent, do you have another guess?
No, I'm chill.
Joe?
I'll take a T.
A T for the Joe.
Have we done S?
We did not do S, no.
For a notice to Joe.
There's
No
not one.
T's.
Damn.
No T's.
Because I was like, there's something about the word S feels wrong.
Yeah.
We get 6 guesses. Yeah.
I get fun animations on each one of them. Yeah.
He did have to move the alphabet because he had it in like more of a group down below, and while he was hovering over the other letters to get to the one we
Because
guessed,
Joe hates fun.
you could tell if it was like the normal pointer or the actual like click.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just keeping him honest.
Whose letter is it?
It's my letter.
He has he gets to pick a letter here.
You're feeling a little nervous right now? You guys worried that hat's about to come over to me?
Does it literally?
I'm
I'm
halfway
okay,
there.
I'm okay with Joe winning. I can't stand
almost
trivia.
there.
Yeah,
I'm almost
so we know
there.
it's not cabbage.
We know it's not cabbage. That's true. Fuck it.
Polling day snack.
Oh. Okay. I think I know the second word. S.
S.
I think it is S.
An S for Vincent.
Ooh, is it gonna be sausage?
I just ran the numbers. It is sausage. Okay. What type of sausage?
As an A that has that R at the end though.
Right?
I mean, honestly, we could finish out sausage and
As it turns out, there was a vowel
See if
in the
it
bottom
helps.
word.
yeah, there's another vowel down there.
I don't know. Marinated sausage.
No. Joe?
Give me the U.
The U. You can have a U. Believe it or not sausage.
Interesting.
Oh, it's the
I'll
saucil.
I'll choose to
yes.
not.
Only make guesses if they don't guess wrong.
Yes. They get
Yeah.
6 misses.
You see, but here's the thing
Easier
though.
than you
It
think.
catches us off guard if it's ever a shorter answer. Well,
Okay,
yeah, but that
fucking then what, Owen?
doesn't necessarily help us with the top word. But he's given us ones where like
could.
it was backhoe, or there was one a couple weeks ago that was like 6 letters long,
Yeah.
and we failed out on it because
Pythons. It was pythons.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, no, Joe
Yeah.
got pythons.
Did it have
no,
pythons?
he got pythons 1 too late.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guessed the last miss. Yeah,
I'll give you N.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Somebody guessing?
No, I'm gonna pass it to him. I
Pass
don't
into
have
Vincent.
anything.
Vincent.
G.
Yeah, so
Vincent got 3.
you're gonna game it.
Wow, crazy. Who could have foreseen this?
All right. Vincent.
Perfumed sausage.
Perfumed sausage. No. Joe.
No, is it like maybe a specific animal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm just like what else do they have? Like kangaroo sausage? No.
Kangaroos.
Yeah. Kangaroo.
It's actually
yeah. I knew he's got a good Kiwi accent.
Have we done N? Can I get an N?
Yeah, you could have an N.
Try for the R, else it's at the top, buddy.
I know.
Okay. Damn.
Oh, down to 2.
Joe's fucking
I'm
ass.
2/3 of the way there. You would have guessed N.
Not necessarily.
Oh, dude, I said I was gonna R.L. Stein it, and then I wanted to guess S first, but my brain fucking short circuited, and I said L, and there was no L. That's how we got our first
I
loss.
feel like they may have already guessed L.
Yes, L was the first
Yes,
letter
we have-
guessed.
So Vincent, here's what I'm at now. What
Yeah.
can that first word end in that doesn't have an E? Something.
I'm getting a little
There's
tired
also-
of this
there's
collusion.
also no
Hey, why don't you
S.
guys try to win, huh?
So
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, the no N is fucking crazy here. What the fuck?
yeah. So I'm like, what is at the end of that?
Have we guessed?
So
T?
it's not plural.
We've guessed T, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember. I legit don't remember. Don't let me. I'm forgetting.
I'm pretty sure we have guessed T.
It's not on you to remember for them, True.
I mean, I've been telling him forever that like the blue icon should change when he's clicked on it because that would also solve his problem because then every button is a link.
If you guys get,
Everybody's a fucking critic. I'll tell you that much.
if you guys get unlimited guesses, as long as you guess correctly,
I think that's fair.
No.
That's
we've
a good
known
one.
that was sausage since you had 2 of
No,
the letters.
no. I'm not trying to make it
Can
easier
I
for
some
us. I'm trying to make it easier for him. Of where if he makes all of the buttons links, even if they do nothing,
Nice hands, feet.
Oh,
then
and then throwing me fucking sweet chili Doritos, name a more iconic duo.
All right. Whose turn is it for a guess?
It's my letter.
Vincent's letter. Vincent, a letter?
Give me like a B.
A B.
Yeah.
As in Venus.
pretty
Fuck
sure we've
it.
already guessed B because I tried for baggage or no cabbage.
I am fucking dumb as hell. I'm the one who guessed B.
I couldn't remember if you guessed B or G, but obviously.
Well,
you
no,
got
I
the
know it
G.
wasn't G because we knew that G was
You
going to
got
be
the
on there.
G.
It was
Third B.
Hey, it makes me feel better. If you would have guessed G, then you probably still would have guessed B anyways. The B the second time is still indefensible, but I think you were destined to guess B because you guys thought it was cabbage.
That's fair.
Here's a question: have we guessed I?
Do we want to bank our last fucking thing on? Is I or O?
Exactly. Well, right now we're just
Yeah,
against
they shouldn't
Truman.
be on teams, but they are right now.
But it's less
Because-
about us winning.
They're
and
so
more
scared.
about
Because
Truman
here's,
losing.
I'm trying to in my head think of
scared.
what could pair with the E and the A that are in those positions.
But I was
and in my
thinking-
head, I is better than, or I is more likely than O.
Correct, I also thought that.
Stop gaming it. Go.
Fuck you.
I want an I.
Joe would like an I. I
He wins.
would take that W, buddy.
Yeah.
Sir.
Fuck
Yes, sir. Give me the hat. Give me the hat.
For funsies.
Just start rapid firing
Oh.
no,
guesses.
for funsies. Let us imagine my dumbass didn't guess a second
Hey,
B.
don't move the hat away from me. Move the hat back.
Imagine we didn't guess a second B.
Okay. All right. You can have one guess. You get one letter.
Let me get a third B.
Also, we get one more miss.
No. No. Regardless, I won the hat. Move the hat back towards me. Stop moving the hat slowly away with your feet. It's weirding me out. This is.
I
truly-
guess yeah. Fuck it. Give us the O. Was the only vowel we didn't guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say, usually vowels make words.
The O is the way you should have gone, I will say.
Damn.
It doesn't help you a ton. Once you see it, it's funny, but you're not.
Give me a third B, Truman.
Batman symbol.
The man with the suitcase.
Just keep guessing. Letters. Vincent?
It would be Joe's guess.
K.
K? All right, cool. I would have won anyways. Sweet.
What the fuck?
Vincent, a letter?
F.
Also, I would have won again. Joe, a letter.
We maybe never guessed an actual C.
No, you have not guessed the C. C's in there twice. C would have helped you a lot.
Democracy sausage.
A democracy sausage, that is right.
Okay, so
is
it didn't make sense with food at all. It was just they
I-
call it democracy sausage.
polling day would help you there. It's
Uh huh.
oh well, that's not the
That's not it. That's the British gladiator lady who
Yeah.
carried some coal and was all proud about
Oh
it.
God. Oh well.
That's also not it.
Our goat.
That is a sausage.
Ayo.
Why do Star Wars fans say "May the Fourth be with you"?
Because it's
Because-
fucking funny.
Could be a good reason. Actually, look away because I think there's still one more that I want to use here. Close your eyes. All right. Joe's just looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there it is.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yes, you're good. Yes, the democracy sausage, a polling day snack, became Australia's election symbol. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It looks like one of the cheap brats.
A man squirts sauce on his democracy sausage. Ayo, chill out.
No, I
dog.
bet you that's not actually ketchup.
Yeah, it's probably something weird because it's Australia.
Starts with an R.
That was literally my first guess was like Vegemite something, like Vegemite toasty or something.
Is there a couple different? No. Oh, 1 of 9. Hold on. Let's. This is 1 of 9. Where the fuck are the rest of the questions? Oh.
I don't know. Maybe try using the arrow keys.
Oh, there you go. Democracy sausage.
Yeah, those are just cheap brats.
Literally looks like a fucking turd. Holy shit.
Shit on a bun.
Save me a slice. Look at that. Go back to that one. It's literally a shit coming out of the end of that thing.
Yeah, these are not the most appealing sausages I've ever
They're
seen.
just brats.
I do like
guys.
that they're cutting them open.
I will say
that is how you should cook that shit.
hot dogs look better than most
What do you mean
things
cutting
on
them
a
open?
bun. I will say. Shout out America for getting that right. My goat.
Yeah, shut up.
Shout out horse hooves.
Shut up. What?
Horse
Probably-
hooves.
Isn't it pig hooves?
It's just hooves in general.
Yeah, all right.
It would not be horse. You're right.
Pig snout. I eat everything but the squeal. No, you never see that? Leg is 5. Yeah, this shit is sharp.
It's
Or-
the one where he's like,
Where he's like, "You eat pig's feet?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I eat everything but the squeal." Like, made it. All right.
That's an all timer.
Thank you. Yep. All right. But yeah, that's it.
Update the
Essentially,
damn score.
it's just their tradition. It's just
you guys are keeping score?
that's right.
Uh-huh.
What happened here? What did I just do?
You fucked
You ended
it.
the slideshow.
Oh no, I didn't end the slideshow. But
No, he unmaximized.
Show me the score.
Listen, what is score anyway? You know, I think the real objective of the
What are
show
you
is the
doing?
friends we
How
made
are you
along the
going
way,
backwards?
and I don't think we should attribute our value as people as numbers.
boom, the champ.
You guys are getting
Here's-
The
Here's what-
champ
here-
is here.
The guy who writes
Here's what I
the
would've
show
done.
is the
Champ
one
is
winning
here.
crazy.
The champ is here. Sorry, I had to give them 2 baby questions today so they could even have a shot at it.
In our defense, the odds are usually in his
Yeah.
favor.
Owen. Being created this image here. Unmute your mic so you talk into the microphone as you go through this. Owen, being created this image based on what headline? Windsor leading cause of crashes in Rhode Island this year. A woodpecker has invaded a Massachusetts neighborhood and keeps breaking mirrors. Thousands of robins have invaded and are slamming into windows in Vermont. Doves are causing car insurance coverage rates in Delaware to skyrocket.
Dumb as hell. It's literally a
Wrong.
woodpecker.
Yeah, that's a woodpecker. That's,
Woodpeckers?
yes, its answer is
yeah.
B. Owen, you've missed.
I know what a woodpecker looks like, but Truman normally
Yep. Oh, and a truck carrying rolls of dimes. See, you guys are starting to I think you guys are starting to freak yourselves out a little bit now. Now I'm in your head. I'm in your walls right now.
That's literally the advantage you get. Is you fucking you
But
build the walls.
They almost overthought this question at one point. A truck carrying rolls of dimes crashed on a Texas highway this week. How much were the dimes worth?
How were the dimes worth?
How were the dimes worth?
How were the dimes
How much were
worth?
the dimes worth? In thousands of dollars.
Okay, sweet. So you've already narrowed it down, so it's not over $1 million.
You
I literally said
Yeah,
that
right.
frame
Yeah,
one,
of course.
and then Joe was like, "What about $1 million?" I was like, "No, the hit means it's not over $1
Okay,
million."
So Joe, do you know how many dimes are in a roll?
Yes.
How many dollars that's worth?
Yes.
How many dollars?
250.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. It's $5.
You're telling me that they fit
Yes.
50? I guess
Actually-
dames are the thinnest ones.
They are.
That would explain where my math
It was
is
literally
off.
one of the Wordle questions, or not Wordle,
Yeah.
the
No,
mini
the-
things.
the thinnest one.
Thousands of dollars. Give me.
That is 50 dimes in a roll. I can't believe you got there then. God, that fucking pisses me off now.
No, because I didn't go by number of dimes. I went by weight.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, you did it by weights of rolls. And then you times
I
that
did
times
the
two.
value wrong.
I'd say
Yes.
like
Yeah.
$130,000.
You're so fucking
You're
wrong.
way off. It's 800,000. Joe got to 750,000 with bad math. Because Joe was like, I bet a
What
dime.
is cooking?
Yeah,
you guys?
he's like,
How are
I
you
bet a
getting
roll
so
of
cooked?
dimes.
Shut the fuck up. So it's like bitch in here.
He's like, I bet a roll of dimes weighs this much.
I got
blah,
question
blah,
one. Joe
stuff.
got question two. It smells like bitch in here.
I was just going off.
Well, he could get question
was
3.
that the actual truck?
Yes.
That was the
I was
actual
just
truck.
going off the fact that that is not a Brinks truck, and I would think they would put almost $1 million in a.
It can put more dimes on that though. There's probably big
But
security.
it's fucking easy. to
But
rob.
but it's also a completely unmarked semi that probably came from somewhere that doesn't look like it's a mint.
Physical and emotional challenge
Yes.
of what?
Backcountry runners have began embracing the physical and emotional challenge of what? A. Running with a burro. B. Running after injecting Ozempic. C. Running while on the phone with their parents. Or D. Running exactly 2 weeks after having a child.
What's
A donkey.
A
What do you mean?
donkey.
a little donkey?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just can't roll his R's.
Of course.
Right.
Phone with parents.
Running on the phone with parents. Joe, that was your answer, I think?
That was
on
my
No, I
answer.
said running 2
That was
weeks
Vincent's
after
on that
child,
one.
yeah.
You did.
I did
weeks
after.
running?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, and he
That
was
is
like,
kinda-
why did you think I would make up burro? I'm like, dude, it's the Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, like literally,
Why you do
said the
anything?
same. Like he gets to build the walls. All right, like he's not just in our walls; he gets to build the walls.
Build that wall, baby. That's what I've been saying. Build it.
What I'm now realizing is that the odds are not in our favor because like when it's just us, we can cover 2 of the questions, which means you have a 50% chance of being right
Yeah.
based off pure random chance.
I'm sorry that I cook sometimes.
No.
I'm sorry. To be fair, I've earned it if you're guessing the wrong
Standings,
answers.
in my opinion, are about fair. Truman wins 50% of the time.
That is exactly where we're at. Mine and Joe's combined get you Truman score.
Yes.
Yeah, now it does, yeah.
Because literally, if you get one right, you're like on the fast track. Because then you can take the tiebreaker of Wordle.
Yeah.
Which Truman also tried to
I
play
also
one
cooked
today.
on Wordle today. I got it in 3 today.
Had 3?
Yeah, I
I
cooked.
did it.
Took me.
Yours
took
is
me
like
5.
6.
No, I got
I was also 5.
Damn, it smelled
Handshakes
like
all
bitch.
around.
It smelled like bitch all over.
I tried to get a little walkie with mine, I guess, the slush, and had a fucking heartbreaker.
I need
Walkie slush.
you guys to know that now that you commented on me saying a little weird.
Most normal. Because fucking, there was like a string of like 4 or 5 days in a row. Owen was like, hard one, weird one.
All right, we can talk about Wordle off air, guys. We appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Patreon.com/SheltonDisaster. Making sure that you're liking, commenting how you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
No, the ultimate cross promotion. Comment your favorite thing from my podcast that I just launched, Soft Lock Cafe. Open every other Thursday.
That's
Go
right,
watch
that's
that
right.
shit.
That's right. Vince gets that one.
Soft lock 1 word, cafe a 2nd word.
Yes.
Yes. But I would say, as from what we're learning about this, it seems that Vincent and Joe are kind of feeling like.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
Like that outro? Good outro. Smell like bitch.
I like the idea of Truman not getting points for questions.
Smell like bitch out here.